Hello, it's day 13 on our advent calendar. So far on this set we've had our beautiful bubble wrap, this huge stamp flower head is the only way I can describe that one, and this lovely little sentiment, "You are my happy." Indeed, that is exactly what crafting is. I keep saying that, don't I? But it is, it's what crafting is for me. So day 13. Where is it? Oh, there he is. I feel like we're playing a game of bingo. Yeah, see, we've already got a full line across here. I think this is going to be our next line, isn't it? Let's see. Anyway, crazy little things I come up with. Anyway, so day 13 is this one here, third row down, right on the end. Let's get this one open. Ooh, my fingers want to work this morning. Oh, it's another fiddly one. We'll get this one out. Get our fingers behind it. Get it out. Now, check that out. Lovely load of bubbles. So, this one could be, let me pop in my his carrier sheet. I haven't got much room, I'll pop in there. So, this one could be used as a texture stamp, or it could be a flower head. So, should we get crafting today? If you want to craft along, this is what you'll need. Okay, confession time. I forgot to press record. So, this is take 2, but this is what we're going to try and create. I'm pretty impressed with it, which is why I am showing it you. So, let's create this, shall we? It's really easy. We're going to grab our gamboge. Feels like Groundhog Day. Give it a little sprinkle in background. I'm going to do a little bit more up towards the top. And let's spritz that. Just spritzing enough to make sure all that brusho has been activated. And then we're going to just dab that off, because I don't want it too intense. I want it to be there, but not overpower the rest of our work. So I've got that there. I'm actually going to turn it around, because I think that'll look quite nice at the top. Oops, I've just knocked everything over. Let's give this a quick dry. Right, there we go. And I'm going to take my flower head and we're going to stamp him in black. So let's just make sure that's nice and flat. And we're going to stamp it in black. There we go. So we're going to do it right up towards the top of our page. Oh, it's not a page, is it? A piece of paper, piece of card. To be fair, it's one of our scrappy pieces of card. You always get those offcuts. There we go. So we get that lovely bubbly flower. It's like a bluebell or something like that, isn't it? I'm going to pop that down on there. Ooh, let me just get rid of my inky pinkies. And then we're going to take our violet, because we're going to start by colouring him in. There we go. And I'm just going to spritz next to it so that we don't throw our brush out everywhere. Before I do that though, I'm just going to blast that with my heat gun again, because I want to make sure it's nice and dry. So when we add our brusho in a second, it's not going to start running or mixing and merging. Yep, that should be done. So I'm going to start off with a really pale wash on our flowers. Oh, it's not that pale. Not as pale as I would have liked. Let's just add a bit more water in there to water it down. Here we go. And then we're going to start going in with a bit more colour. Get some of that real intense colour coming out. Just adding it to each and every one. Because it's easier to add it than it is to take it away. Oops, a daisy. And then what I might even do with this one, I know I'm changing my mind. I'll show you the one we did before. There you go. Let's add a little bit of splattering. So we've got our flower head. I'll wipe that bit of my desk first. And then at the moment he's floating off into space, isn't he? So we're going to add our stem. So I'm going to grab some leafy green because we're doing leaves. And again, we're going to spritz. Oops, I've not cleaned that at all, have I? Let's clean our paintbrush better than that. Perhaps we're going to have funny coloured leaves this time. Ooh, I need water. I'm just going to create some green. And then all we're going to do is going to put a stalk in. Oops, it's a bit more watery than that. So pop our stalk in just like so. And then we're going to add a leaf, something a bit like that. Oops. And then we'll add another one on this other side. Just like that. Looks like he's running off with his arms in the air, doesn't it? Let's just add a little bit more green to that, so just darken it up a little bit. This can be our outer one, so I'm just going to add. Doesn't look like much at the moment, but it will. We'll get it. There we go. Right. Let me just clean up my desk. And then we're just going to dry that off because we are going to add some of our black gel pen. So we want it to be nice and dry. Keep checking that I have recorded this time. Get a quick blast with the heat gun. And then we're going to add in our lines. So what I want to do is I don't want big solid lines. I want like scratchy lines. Just like that. And then we'll do this leaf, because they're a bit like onions, aren't they? You know, like spring onions, they've got like layers in them. And then something a bit like that. I don't think I'm going to do much more with that one. I did ground the last one, so that's the one I did before. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlights in it. Can't tell which one I prefer. I love the intensity of this one, but I prefer that one stalk, I think. I'm just adding a few little highlights on here. And I'll add a few more dots in here as well. Never go wrong with a few dots, do you? I'm gonna ground this one because it's he's drifting off, isn't he? Last thing you want is him to drift off. There we go. Grounded now. So, I'm not quite sure which one we're going to use. Might use this one actually. One we've just done. And then we're going to take another scrap of card. And I'm going to stamp our sentiment this time. So we have got in this set so far, "You are my happy." I'll just put my stamp base down. There it is. So we've got "You are my happy," and we're going to ink that one up. I'm going to pop that on there somewhere. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is create some masks. So I've got this lovely brown card for my contrast. And some little guillotine. All I'm going to do is just create a teeny tiny mask. A mat even, not a mask. A mat. To go round behind it. So pop that there for now. There we go. And then we just need to do the same on this end. And then we need to do one for our sentiment as well. Let's trim this bit down first. And that way. we're going to create our own little mask again this time, so I'm going to do that. I'm no good at measuring things, so I'll do that goes there, and then that bit can go there. Right, so we're ready now to just pop our card together. It really is that simple to do this one. So I am still going to mat a piece of white onto the top. I'm then going to take my lovely little watercolour piece, and then this bit is just going to come and sit on top there. So I'm going to stick all that together and I'll show it you in a minute. I've got to admit, I did enjoy making that one. So here it is, all finished, all stuck together. Check that out. Very arty for me, doesn't it? It looks like a watercolour piece. Indeed. And hang on, I'll get it the right way around. There we go. There's the first one I made that I forgot to record. Never mind. I won't do that again in a hurry, will I? Well, I said that after I opened the box without pressing record on day 2. I never learn. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying your advent calendars as we get closer and closer to Christmas. Envelope day tomorrow. Ooh, can't wait. And I will see you then.